plus sand is horrible. Anakin had it right. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, especially on a windy day. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the wind tends to die down near a sunset as well. Probably not true. It's kind of how it feels. And yes, it's definitely a good time to enjoy walks around the beach as well. So Tanya enjoys the morning beach walk. I'm more of a near sunset beach walk kind of guy. Yeah, 2 frag grenades. Good call, Carifian. That's one thing I've never actually done. I've never gone to like a lake to swim or anything like that. It's been pools and beaches for me. Is this number 9 and 10 for Gratz? Should be. So I think we're getting close here. How many dream powders now? We're going to need them for Inside Sin and Omega Ruins. 38. It's a good number, but honestly I'd like more. There's still a lot of encounters where it would definitely be helpful. And well, if we need to capture 10 of each, you need them. Yeah, I'm very fortunate in Istanbul. My parents brought like a summer house slash kind of flat apartment kind of place like 20 years ago now, I think it was. It was relatively soon after the big earthquake in 1999 in Turkey when they actually bought it. Like it was still the years after that, like property prices really kind of collapsed, and well, property is always much cheaper in a place like Turkey than it is in England where I grew up. So I think they literally brought the summer place for the price of like a second-hand used car. It was comically cheap. I think it was like £8,000 or something. Like it was genuinely just like silly money that they brought it for. And that place is literally like a 20 meter walk to the beach. And so I've been very lucky, like I got to spend my summers there and enjoy the beach there. So yeah, it sounds like, oh my god, that's so fancy to have like a summer house in Istanbul in the city and that kind of thing. But it does need some context. Of course, it's a great privilege, but it's not like some $500,000 crazy condo by the beach or whatever. It's yeah, in those days you could find things like that. So I think these guys are done too. I just need yeah, I just need to find Gratz. My parents bought their beach house 10 years ago now. Everyone in my family is trying to buy a beach. I mean, if you can, obviously, why not? I mean, it's the kind of place you can obviously spend summers there. You know, it's probably still bound to increase in value. You could probably retire there, depending on what kind of place you get. If it's like the kind of place that is still going to be around in 30 years time, 40 years time or whatever, you know, it could be an investment for that kind of thing. So yeah, obviously amazing opportunity if you have it. Okay, so let's finish this stuff off. Oh, damn. Right, still should be able to get the job done here. Right. I think I can probably get close to killing it just with pure damage. Yeah, got it. Around here, they're way more expensive than a regular house. Yeah, in Turkey it's kind of different for the most part. Like the kind of beach houses, summer houses, they tend to always be cheaper than anything else you'd find, because obviously they're seasonal, so the demand for them is obviously a little bit lower. Grats on the grats. Thank you very much. So I think we've wrapped things up here. We can move back into the cave and just start capturing whatever we find there. So in here, I think, honestly, Mandragoras are probably one of the ones that take the longest, so we can probably use that as a tracker, because we've already got 2 behemoths. So I think by the time we capture 10 Mandragoras, then we probably have everything, obviously except for the ones in the water. So, let's begin once again. Not Dark Buster, Sleep Buster. How much does this do still? Basically, I'm just thinking one more set of attacks after this one should be fine. But probably still applying bio is the best idea. It does a lot of extra damage. Oh, nice. Or just do that. So that's 3 behemoths already. Happy with that. Aha. I totally forgot about this customer. Oh boy. Okay. So, what were the methods to deal with this guy? Was Silence Grenade one of them? I think it might be. I'm going to try to not use frag grenades if I can help it. Let's see. 6,000. If you can get it down low enough, even when it tries to use White Wind, it won't have as much left in the tank. So it'll be okay. But staying near the saves here, wow, look at that magic defense, 397. So if you had any ideas of trying to use stuff like this, let's see if Holy does a job. 869, it's just not having it. So, yeah. Tough customer. Yeah, I tried to knock his HP down enough to make a difference there. So, who has... I think Yuna has the full break here. I think it's still the best way. She has the armor break. Okay. Let's go for it. Did it work? Yeah. So I think since we're near the save sphere, we're just going to break our way through. We don't need to overcomplicate this. All of that, I think Silence Grenade, blah blah, I think that's more applicable to, like, if you're doing no Sphere Grid or something. I think that would be more of a issue. I'm going to flee this one. I do want frag grenades, but I was caught a little bit there. So I think we track the Dark Flans and the Mandragoras if we can, to know how close we are to the finish. Yeah, I definitely know about the failing the trial thing, but I think I prefer to do it like this for now. It just feels a bit more, I don't know, organic for now. But if there's something specific we're really looking for, I might go for that. But yeah, especially once armor broken, we've got enough power to just blitz it out. That was a little unlucky, but good critical there. Yeah, so this one I will be... It's a shame Ludo's agility is still a bit low. Yeah, those frag grenades are good. I mean, it's working to bring in Yuna, but I think I still like to have them. How did it wake up so fast? What? It had a turn to wake up and to attack, or that was its counter attack? I don't realize what it did there. Yeah. Bit rude. Still, as long as we take out one of them relatively fast, they're not strong enough Oh wow. To overpower us. Yeah, should be fine. That's a bug I encountered in my mod and still don't know what causes it. When you sleep buster an enemy right on ambush, it gets 2 turns instantly. Yeah, like that. Okay, I'm glad it wasn't just like, oh, this is just a normal mechanic thing. That sounds weird. That's a bit of a bug. Okay, here we go again. So this time it's not an ambush. Probably do a bit of that. And then we should have enough turns. Nice. So I think hopefully this should be probably the final one. Don't take a chance here, I think it won't kill him. Yeah. Nice. There we go. That's got to be like number 9 or 10 at this stage. Ah yeah, I forgot about these two as well. Shit. Now, as long as this is a one-hit KO, this is definitely good. That definitely saved us a lot of potential pain. Also, I think it's better to just go for that. Yep. Bring Oren back. It's not even going to get a chance to get a move. Would you ever make a Final Fantasy X characters tier list? I definitely could. I did say like the era of Dansg08 ranking / tier lists is approaching. We're not quite there yet. But once I finish Final Fantasy 1 on the channel and I have the full complete set, that's something I'm definitely going to get into and start making some fun tier lists, ranking lists, that kind of thing. For people to enjoy and argue about. But you already know Hypello is going to be top of the tier list. S tier. How many of Riku's mixes do you know by memory? Not a huge amount, I think, because so many of them I never use. And a lot of them I know by name, but I don't know how to mix them. Like, I don't remember. I need to still look them up to make sure I can get it right. So not as many as you might think. Because there's just a lot of mixes, man. Like, the list is pretty huge. Let's wait. Nice. I'm trying to remember. Did P Birdman mess with, is that a P Birdman reference? I remember something like P Birdman did something really cheeky to do with mixes potentially. I forgot exactly what it was. But I think that might be something related to it. Yeah, he replaced Freedom X with Raid. Yeah, okay, now I remember. That was so cheeky, man. That was such a P Birdman special moment. Oh man, I miss that guy. I do wish he was able to hang out more, but he's a busy guy, much like all of us. There we go. I think that's number 3. Yeah, the Dark Ochu moment is definitely a classic, and one of the ones I remember the most clearly is also the sneeze, the Achu move. That was just hilarious. The Overdrive Sin move. That was just so funny. Bring him back in. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it was during Defender X. Are the mods only available on PC? I believe so. I'm not sure if you can do some kind of magic where if you have an OG PS2 that can play like basically chipped games, like backup copies of games, whatever you want to call it, that you could somehow get the P Birdman ISO onto a disc and then play it on your OG PS2, maybe. But basically, I think for most intents and purposes, like it's a PC thing. Yeah, the sneeze was legendary, man. I love that move. I'm hoping for some bangers from Karifian as well. I hope there's a few like cheeky ones put in there. Just maybe even just more for humor than for actual like, you know, good mechanics or functionality, you know. But yeah, I mean, I've run the P Birdman mod on Steam Deck. That was pretty cool to be able to do. Steam Deck just doesn't, even though it is a mini PC, it just never feels like you're playing on a PC. So the experience is always just really cool. So if anyone does have a Steam Deck and they want to play the P Birdman mod, you can do it on there. But as you can see, Mandragoras, is there a Karifian, do Mandragoras not appear on this part of the map? I seem to remember in the past, I definitely had times where Mandragora has been the last one left. And it might be because the encounter table, like it only appears on the other part of the map. I have a feeling that might be why. Pretty sure they just appear anywhere. Okay. Considering how many times we've seen the others, I feel like that's happened on more than one occasion. Oof. Quad 9. Nice. Yeah, the behemoths have stopped appearing here as well. I think for now I'll leave Lulu out, unless I want to steal, because her armor break's coming in quite useful. Without it, you're seeing the damage there, like 700, so... do it this way. Yeah, I think if there's only Mandragoras left, I might head to the road. I think that's probably the better way to do it. I think soon I'll also head into the water. Once again, Waka being so strong is going to be useful for us in the water. Do a bit of that. Do these fiends class as Xanakin too then? I don't think Xanakin has its own fiend thing, right? It's this one, it's Inside Sin, and it's Omega Ruins. That should be what we have there. So I think the Xanakin fiends are basically in the same group as Gagazet. Someone might die here. Oof, that was close. Yeah, Xanakin doesn't have a capture zone of its own. Okay, we're encountering these at a pretty good rate at the moment. Happened a bit early this time. Wow, that was just a nasty combination there. Oof, okay. Oren was not happy with that. He was like, you hurt Yuna? I will punish you. Pray, now! Of course it was an ambush. Let's still get a steal, I think, here. Out we go. Is Xanakin so holy there's no capture zone? Yeah, it's a shame. The fiends there are definitely cool and they suit the location, but it would have been nice maybe if it had a few of its own things, I guess. Yeah, I think it does. I think you're right. Wait. What's the fastest way to grind Jumbo Flan for magic spheres? I think, depending on how strong you are, I think Anima's Pain might be one of the best ways to do it. Like if you have Anima, and they can do quad 9 with Pain, one of the best ways. I think that's one way. You could do some like Ultima type stuff, I think, also double cast Ultima stuff. Yeah, there's just not a particularly great way, I think, from what I remember, to do it. I think I used Anima. I don't remember too much, but again, thankfully, with like the ×2, ×4 speed, it's definitely a lot more bearable with this stuff than it used to be, as a Mandragora finally shows itself. I think this is one where Stone Touch would have actually helped. Don't think we can put it to sleep. We can. Okay. Well, that helps. But yeah, 10 of these is going to take a little while. We can get one more. Thankfully his defense is very low, so it has a ton of HP, but we can get there pretty fast. So there's our first one. Behemoths have been appearing at a pretty steady pace, which is good. Okay. Still a bit too quick. That did not work very well. Messed that one up. But it's fine, we still have lots of Mandragoras to catch, so we're eventually going to find them. And well, to be fair, we still have plenty of these guys. Hey Brian, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. Glad you've been enjoying the content over the years. That's better. So I think we'll probably end up finishing up today's session with hopefully completing everything Gagazet. That would be nice. Definitely been plenty of these too. Yeah, that's another, I guess, indication that monster capturing is not quite as tedious, because I always feel like time does fly. It kind of feels like it takes forever, but time also does fly, I feel, when you're monster capturing. How much capturing have we got left to do? I think after this one is literally just Inside Sin, and then I think I'm probably going to I'm going to just take on Omega Ruins kind of normally and not go for capturing at first, just so that we can make progress through the area the first time that we reach it. So I think that's probably how we'll do it. So I think at this stage we've captured 10 of everything. We'll probably keep that streak going, and next session we'll aim to capture 10 of everything inside Sin, and then move on to Omega Ruins and see if we can make it through. As the legend Elno drops in for 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Appreciate it as always. One of the all-time greats in terms of support on the channel. Always appreciated. Enjoy your memberships, my friends. Okay, we're going to take a hit here. Oran, maybe? No, it's just going to put him up. Just put him up. And there we go. Surely now that's got to be number 10. It didn't say the limit's been reached, but surely. It must be. Right, this time, let's make sure we do it right. I'm not going to Sleep Buster. We have another turn already. That was a waste last time. I didn't play it correctly. I should have done it like this. I think this is better. take the damage here, and then it's an easy kill afterwards. Yeah, that's what I should have done. I think that's probably like number 5, 6 maybe. But we're picking up some nice stuff as well. I mean, probably not essential, but for Omega Ruins as well, I probably don't have a crazy amount of customizability. We'll see. Cool. Okay. Of course, it always does that when it ambushes you. Such a bastard. Basically, I want the steals from these two, and so I held off doing anything. I didn't want to kill them on purpose. Okay. Can we please skip the rest of Monster Capture and move on to the Omega Ruins? Probably not at this stage. I've come this far, capturing 10 of everything as we go, and it's generally been pretty chill, and we've had a good time. I kind of want to see Inside Sin as one of the first places where it's genuinely going to be quite difficult to capture some of the stuff, and depending on how long that's taking, then we'll make another decision in the next sesh. But for now, I think I'd rather just capture everything, have it done. Go. And yes, we do have the legendary Bugenhagen as an emoji. And well, to be fair, another reason that we're doing the monster capturing as well is because we need bribe money, basically, so it helps us to make more gil, and we have lots of equipment to sell and that kind of thing too, so it makes it a bit more realistic. If I skip all of the... Oh, I'm ambushed again. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's invest 1. So yeah, I don't want to skip all of the capturing and then kind of just say, you know, not have enough gil to make some bribes that I want to make and that kind of thing. And then just hack in random gil. There we go. Hey Rob, welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us. Unfortunately, yes, you are a little bit late. I'm going to be going for like another 20 minutes or so, but you get to enjoy the closing part of today's stream. I'm thinking we must have 10 of them now. I just want to double check with this one. And Rhoda's made it back in time for the finish as well. Good to see you. No? Okay, I guess it wasn't. Keep going. Did you go standard or expert grid? We went with standard because that's the one that has the more kind of standard defined areas. I think the expert sphere grid has its own areas too, but I just went with standard. Okay, there we go. We can skip this one. When did I last save? I think it was maybe 15-20 minutes ago. 5009, let's see. Yeah, it was like 22, 23 minutes ago. But thank you, Raw. Yep, we're still capturing. This capturing is always time consuming. But as I say, it also kind of goes by pretty quick. Like, it feels like it goes by quick. But yeah, you've seen how rare the Mandragoras are at this point. They just do not want to appear. T-Dust on the carpet. That's a throwback. So someone's been following the socials. T-Dust is still in my flat in Istanbul. For anyone who doesn't know what T-Dust is what I named my Robo-Vac in Istanbul. Now, one thing I will quickly do, I still want the gil from all of the equipment I have, so I'm going to sell stuff again. Does Grendel belong to Gagazet Capture Zone? I think so.
May I?
Alright, let's make some sales here. Hopefully more and more lucrative stuff here. Kind of nice to have a natural counter-attack thing, honestly. But at this stage, even like if it has like lots of slots, I might keep it, but like 3 slots might be worth keeping, but I have enough equipment now that it's probably not that necessary. This is probably something that for the remastered version I kind of wish that they expanded out. Like you should just have more slots. It feels like an artificial limitation at this stage. There's a lot of them. As Tanya helps me with the gil accumulation with a big donation. Thank you so much. Oh, congratulations on the achievement. That's awesome. Something tells me you're going to be pretty good at that. Awesome stuff. And thank you for sharing your good news with us. Meanwhile, little old me selling things I got from the battlefield to raise a little gil so I can bribe monsters. That is my story. Alright, there we go. That wasn't so bad. And we're up to 719,000.
Ah, none too shabby. Check this out.
Oh.
Hela Dusadwi.
Just repeating what I've said is not talking now. But your pronunciation's quite passable.
Sure.
You're count.
Right, let's head straight back and try to finish this before the end of today's sesh. I think we're running a bit low on time. I might go a little bit over today. We'll see. Right, let's keep it rolling. Does that dialogue change if you don't have all 26 primers? I think that dialogue, yeah, that's like what you saw there was the non-26 primer version. And then obviously there's the one where you have all of the primers. Yeah, that was a bad showing from Titus there. Yeah, we'll keep going. I think since there's monster capturing and we kind of need to get this done, I'll probably go a little bit longer. We'll just see how we're doing. I've got a little bit of extra time today. As I say, especially since the Elden Ring recording is finished up, it's kind of lightened my load a little bit. But I need to get back on Final Fantasy IX attack only. So tomorrow's going to be recording day for that. Need to try and make more progress. I'm surprised Tidus is still alive. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, because the house is empty for so much of the year now, it doesn't get used very much. So thankfully, he's not been overworked. Aha, a Mandragora. Finally. Blast out some more Firaga. resisted the poison nicely there. I think that's literally only number 2. But I do think on the Xanacan path we'll probably see it a bit more. Okay, there you go. There's your number 3. Yeah, same bug there again, as you saw. Like, it was an ambush. It had a turn. I put it to sleep, and it got 2 turns, so it woke up from the sleep, and then it attacked me afterwards anyway, so that's a bit lame. I'd never really noticed that before, I think. That's kind of crazy. So that shouldn't have been happening, basically. Waka might die here, but we'll be fine. Alright, we're good. So there's number 3. Tidus is back too. That's a good reference. Let's just wait for a steal. Yeah, Master Thief definitely done a good job here as well. I think it was the right choice to customize it. Yes, indeed, Vincent, you definitely guessed it. I don't know what gave it away, but it is 10. Normal attack first. Bio on. Yes, this is also true. I don't mind being called Dan because it's just it's such a natural thing to call me based on my channel name. But yes, my real name is Berk. More accurately, it's Berk if you pronounce it correctly in Turkish, but non-Turks can't pronounce it properly, so we stick with Berk. Berk is the kind of the westernized pronunciation, I guess. Is it weird to give vacuums pet names? It's not something I'd ever done before, but this one just kind of looks so funny, like, because it's obviously, it kind of does its own thing. It was just like, it felt a bit more kind of like it deserved a name than just like a normal vacuum that I use myself anyway. Does that make sense? So I did it like that. Screw it, let's just, someone might die here, but it's not a big deal. Is Barak a common Turkish name? It definitely is nowadays. It's one of those like newer names. Like you won't really find anyone who's like granddad age that's called Barak. But in the last like 30 years, I'd say 30 to 40 years, it's definitely become more common. I think when I was like when I was born, and obviously if my parents named me, I think it was definitely not as common. But in the last like especially 10-15 years, it's definitely become more and more common. How many more episodes of Rebirth can we expect? I'm thinking it's looking somewhere like in the 150 to 160 range, I think. Something like that. That's my guess for now. Yeah, I've said it a bunch of times, but yes, Rebirth is just enormous. I think I've done pretty well. I think I'm over 90 hours played, and I think it's been like 140 something episodes edited. And so normally it tends to be like, obviously for every half an hour of gameplay, is one episode. But that's where obviously the power of editing comes in. If I basically just didn't edit anything and I just did, just cut it up into half an hour chunks, it would literally be over 200 episodes. But I was able to, I've definitely shrunk it down thanks to the editing. So it's still obviously a huge and long playlist, but I've kind of brought it down to size as much as I reasonably can while not missing anything from the playthrough. Not 150 more. It should be 150. I would say between 150 and 160 in total. That's the most likely number. But then one thing I didn't do obviously was all of the hard mode Chadley fights. So yes, more Chadley. Once the playthrough is finished, then I got to go back for those big, beefy, final kind of combat simulator fights. So if you add those on as well, which I haven't recorded yet, I haven't done any of it, it's going to be a lot. It could be like 160, 170, that kind of range. So yeah, still plenty of content to come from Rebirth. Do you think that they might release a DLC? I don't think so. Weirdly enough, I just kind of feel like they kind of left no stone unturned. They just put so much into that. I kind of feel like maybe not this time. I mean, what would be cool is some kind of, I don't know, like the intermission episode that they had with Yuffie was nice. Maybe like Vincent can get his own episode. But obviously he's going to feature in the more in the third game anyway, but it would kind of be nice for him to have a bit more of his own thing. That might be something. I think Chadley might deserve his own emoji to convey shut there. Yeah, you guys all know how I feel about Chadley and his antics. There was a funny Twitter thing the other day. It's like I've seen a few of them now where basically they show like a plane and they show different characters from like a video game or something, and it's like, which seat would you want to sit in? And one of the seats was literally a middle seat between Chadley and Mai. And like I just like quote retweeted it saying like, if somehow I end up in that seat, and I just put ... Because yeah, it's definitely not somewhere I want to end up. Let's Sky back to sleep. The ambush kind of threw things off a little. Yeah, we should be fine. But yeah, I think I'm generally leaning towards probably no DLC for Rebirth. The game just already has such a stupid amount of content in it that I don't think it's necessary really. And I think the stories that are left to tell in terms of people like Vincent and stuff, I have a feeling surely they've reserved that for the third game. So it feels unlikely to me. I'd like them to kind of just get a move on. You know, the time gap between Remake and Rebirth I think was really nice, considering how huge Rebirth was and generally how good it was. So it would be nice to just keep it like another 3.5-4 year gap and just give us the final game and just complete the trilogy in style. Dark plans are done. Okay, thank you, Karifian. Just for... I'm not even going to stick around, you know. I'm going to immediately go. A Vincent backstory would be nice DLC. It would, but that's what I mean. I feel like they're going to tackle that more in the third game. He kind of feels too important not to, considering like his connections in the story. I think at this stage, maybe might be better to move on to the underwater ones. Let's go underwater. Walker's going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting here, but Vincent's OG post-game side quest was too short, got to expand on that. I agree. I'm sure there's enough lore material in all of the extra stuff for Vincent to have more substantial story in the third game or as a DLC, whatever they choose to do. Yeah, Walker has been doing a lot of heavy lifting. Right, let's get these guys out of the way. They're a bit dangerous. I think the other two have to just kind of sit, really, and not do much. They don't even have the weapons. Do they have like a slow or... No. Try and at least protect them from poison. Auto med, fine. Yeah, they can't haste up Waka either, which is a bit annoying. And she? No. Yeah, this is not ideal. I think honestly it might be quicker to just go get some capture weapons and customize Stone Touch onto them. And Waka's just getting picked on here. Yeah, Riku does so much work in all of the other ones anyway. I'm not that fussed. But this is a bit slow, so I think we can speed this up. And Waka just keeps getting picked on incessantly. Okay. I think we're going to speed this process up. He's going to die here, I think. No, good. So I'm going to quickly sort this out. The water ones are easy, but relying on just Waka to do it, his agility is decent, but not high enough to just get loads of turns and just quickly kill him.
You're counting.
Even those Achilles enemies, he needs to hit them twice. So we will go a little bit over this time. Just to see if we can get as close to finishing this as possible. Ah, shit, but when I talk to the guy, he's going to give me all of the stuff. I kind of wanted to do it all as one thing, but he's just going to... Well, at least the first one he'll give. Oh, okay. Well, at least I guess Auron can get his ultimate weapon powered up. Okay. So I'm not going to touch any of this stuff now. This is for later. But we're going to... Don't know if I have one already, but... Make sure I get the softs if I don't have enough already. Okay. Yeah, underwater at least for those enemies, this is still going to do a lot of work. We use up a lot of petrify grenades, but whatever. We'll survive, hopefully.
You're counting.
So one last time. So doing a little bit of overtime in this sesh. Alright, here we go. I'm going to keep it on ×4 here. Yeah, problem with these guys is if your Stone Touch doesn't work for 3 turns, obviously it's going to get at you with a big attack. So that's definitely much quicker. Yeah, this is like the worst one. Only 3,000 damage. Wow, it has like no HP left. 19. Yeah, unfortunately this randomizer wasn't terribly kind to Kimahri. But hey, in a different randomizer, if you guys ever try one yourself, Kimahri might end up getting some really useful abilities that make him irreplaceable. Yeah, we're already almost done with these guys. That's not too bad. Yeah, he did have his moments, and his use of Demi has been useful and will continue to be useful, so it's not all bad. Really motoring through now. There you go, we reached the limit for these already, that's good. And Riku does have flee, which helps. Damn it. There you go. So limit's been reached for these guys, but Riku hasn't had a turn. Yeah, to be fair, Kimari did shine in attack only as well, for sure. I think like over the course of all of the playthroughs I've done, I think every character has had some kind of opportunity to shine. There's been at least one series or challenge where they've done well. So I'm gonna again flee this one. I think we just have the male spike thingies left. Yeah, so all of these now they can be fleed. I haven't had the encounter where two of them appear even once yet. There you go. Right on cue. Oh, come on. There you go. It's two more. I think that's like 4 or 5 at this stage. So hopefully in a few minutes time we should already be done with the water. There you go. Excellent. Just gave myself a little extra cover with that darkness there. Riku's agility seems bad, man. She's not getting a lot of turns at all. 46, 32, 37. Okay. Feels like she's getting less turns than Waka. I guess because he has first strike, it kind of just feels like he has more. Even as the battle progresses. I am most definitely watching the Spain and France game later. Excited for that one. I think Spain overall has been the best team. Like they've shown the best football of the major clubs. That's kind of expected to do well. So I'd like Spain to go through. France have kind of just been scraping through with the absolute bare minimum. Come on. Wow. There you go. Okay, I think if one more duo appears, we should be fine. Let's go. Yes. Yeah, I think Erica was talking about the Copa America. I've not been able to follow that one as much. There's just too much stuff going on. I can't keep track of it all. I think Canada made it through to the semi-finals of that. Like, that's quite a surprising result. Like, Brazil are out, and I think Canada made it to the semi-finals, which is awesome for them. Pretty historic stuff. Do any of your characters have quick hit? Not sure, honestly. Probably none of the ones that matter. Okay, so we've got all of them now. Just Argentina in the way, yeah, that bloody Argentina. Okay, so I think from here it might be worth going to the Zanarkand part, and we can end the session there. The Zanarkand Trail. Quick hit is actually a pretty meh skill, all things considered. Would you care to elaborate on that, sir? I think in general I agree. I think it kind of gets a bit overhyped because of how useful it is in Dark Aeon fights and stuff. But I think for like normal playthroughs, even like when you go to Mega Ruin and stuff, basically no one really needs quick hit. You don't use it very much. So I think it is a little bit overrated. Yeah, I generally agree. So it's nice to end with this track. Although the ×4 speed kills the vibe a little bit. It's just so beautiful. I have no idea how many we've captured at this point. I want to say like 4? The real question is England or Netherlands. That one, like anything can happen. Still for me, England's last game was better, but for me at least, they're still far from convincing as a tournament winner. Netherlands, I tend to always support the Netherlands for some reason. Like since I was a kid, I always want them to do well in these tournaments. So anything can happen in that game. Wouldn't be surprised either way. Obviously England still should win. Overall they've got the better squad. But still, as I say, they've just not been convincing to me. I think like as a kid, as an Arsenal supporter, they had like Dennis Bergkamp and Frank Overmars and those guys. Like I was a big fan of them. And so it kind of, they always had like some of my favorite players. Yeah, Switzerland was better than England, so that's what I mean. Like, based on all of that stuff, like, I don't know. I feel like Netherlands have a good chance. Now, how many of these have I got? Okay, not enough is the answer. Another one. Good stuff. Okay, got the limit for that too. So I think Mandragora is probably going to end up being like the last one that we need to capture 10 of. So we're doing pretty well so far. Yeah, I think Switzerland against Netherlands would have been a really cool game to watch. Switzerland, they've had an amazing tournament. $2,000, no. There we go. Yeah, and I think that's another reason I kind of support the Netherlands as well. I feel like for how individually talented their players have been over the years, they still haven't had as many like big tournament wins as they should for their talent level. And so, as Francisco says, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. I think for them, that's true. And so I'd like to see them triumph. But I don't think they've ever won a Euros while I've been watching. Don't think that's happened, so I'm not sure. Netherlands has one Euro win. When was it? It was in the 80s now, wasn't it like 88 or something that they won the Euros? Yeah, it was 88. So it was before my time. So I would love to see them win one. Yeah, the Airyman is just like, he's like, I gotta go. Yeah, Airyman's just... Yeah, it was the Van Basten tournament. Like, that team was just incredible. At least they had one team where they came good on all the talent that they had. Okay, Behemoths. I don't remember again if we've hit 10. We must be close. But let's just double check. Put this guy to sleep. Have you been keeping up with Wimbledon? There's just been so many things, literally as we've been speaking, there's just so many different things going on. I've been trying to, I've been catching some of it, but I wouldn't say I've been keeping up particularly closely. But yeah, I watched some of the Zverev match yesterday, and I watched Coco Gauff's game the other day. So yeah, I've been trying, but I just don't have the time to keep up with everything. Have we got 10 Grendels? I haven't been paying attention. I've been kind of autopiloting / looking at the chat. Do it one more time. But I think we already have 10 of them, but I just want to be absolutely sure. Yep. Okay, we're good. Only when Federer was playing. Yeah, I was a massive Federer fanboy. He was far and away my favorite player. I got to see him play at Wimbledon, so that was definitely one of the highlight sporting events of my life. It was awesome. So we'll check if we've caught 10. Yes, we have. Okay. So I think it's literally just the Mandragora now. That's it. So we're going to flee anything that isn't the Mandragora. That's a good start. Sleep Buster doesn't matter here anyway. Yeah, we got pretty lucky. We the way it works with Wimbledon, if you don't have tickets to an actual match, which we didn't back in the day, you can queue up to actually like be able to enter the grounds. And you can go on any of the courts that aren't like the show courts. I think you can go on court. You can't go on court, maybe center court, court 1, and court 2 perhaps. You might not be able to go on. I forgot exactly. But like that's like a cheap kind of ground ticket where you can be in the grounds and just like enjoy, you know, the atmosphere and watch the games on the smaller courts and stuff. And then there is a queue for people who basically leave the show courts early. So if people need to get home or they're not interested anymore or whatever, and they start to leave at like, you know, 3, I think it opens at 4 p.m. And so if you get in this queue and you wait for long enough, you get basically like a reserve ticket for one of the show courts. And that's what we did with my friend. So we waited for maybe an hour or something, I don't remember. And we managed to get a ticket, we managed to get tickets to court 1. And it happened to be when Roger Federer was playing, which was crazy. So yeah, I got to watch him for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. It was, I think it was the first set, so I was very lucky. Yeah, amazing experience. I actually have a signed cap from him as well. We were told of the area in which the players kind of they go to like their dressing rooms or whatever, and it's like a hot spot for like obviously people who want to try and see the players, take photos, get something signed, all that kind of stuff. And I had a Wimbledon cap, and yeah, Federer was walking past, and in the crowd, I kind of stretched out the hat, and he happened to sign it. So I have a signed cap from him as well. So yeah, that's my Wimbledon story. We were doing well when we first got here, but the Mandragoras just need a few more, and then we can wrap up. There we go. I still remember a young ponytail Federer making his debut in Wimbledon, getting knocked out early. How far he's come. Yeah. For sure. Hey, sic parvis magna. Greatness from small beginnings. Everybody starts somewhere. Even the great Roger Federer. That's a young pony. That's brilliant. Okay, must be getting close. Me, who lives in Switzerland, never saw him live, but you did. Shame on you. You should have seen him. He had a very long career. You had many opportunities. Yes, Rhoda, we can. Well, I definitely can. Okay, another one. Must be getting close. Yeah, we should survive through here. I still call it Henman Hill. Yeah, same here. I think that's a bit of an age thing, I guess, if you're old enough. Did anyone see if it said the capture limit was reached? I was looking at the chat again, I keep forgetting. I think it's still officially known as Henman Hill. Fair enough. think we're very close to 10 Mandragoras now. Yeah, this is why I generally don't play at ×4. It's not my preferred thing, but just for now, just to finish off this final thing, for me it just gets kind of too fast, and it just like I can't enjoy it. But just for this bit. In the next session, it'll go back to ×2. I don't want to use it for the whole thing. But for now, oh, I think it still said captured. For the next one, I'm going to slow it down, but I'm pretty sure it said captured and not limit reached. But I must be like maximum of about 2 away, I think. Yeah, it said captured. Come on, Mandragora. Yeah, it's got to be 1 or 2 left. I don't think it's more than that. Running out of MP as well. Come on. Whoops. Yeah, we won't know. Maybe we've captured 10 already, but the message just obviously hasn't appeared. Mandragora is trolling us towards the end here. There we go. Okay, so at the end of this one, I'll definitely pay attention. Make sure we have a look at what it says properly. That giant salad. Okay, let's slow it right down here.
It's over.
There you go. It really is over. Perfect. And so I think with that, we have captured 10 of everything in Gagazet as well. And with that, I can wrap this session up. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining me once again, especially for monster capturing. I do appreciate it. Having the company and the entertainment of you guys for this is always so much nicer and a lot more fun. So yeah, I can start to wrap things up. On the channel, generally everything is still ongoing, just lots of big, long series. But in terms of the next new content, it's pretty much probably going to be the Carithian mod. I'm looking to start that pretty soon now. And so you'll see the first episode of that popping probably over the next 2-3 weeks tops. And we'll get rolling with some new stuff. And yeah, so Rebirth, I think we're on episode 137 or something, 36, 37. I'm thinking there's maximum 20 more episodes in that for the story. And then we've got Brutal and Legendary challenges for that. And then we have probably Leviathan DLC, and then we have Final Fantasy 1. So Final Fantasy 1 is going to take a little more time, but it's going to obviously happen soon. And yeah, Elden Ring DLC ongoing, and I might just pop out an Elden Ring challenge in and amongst everything else as well. And Final Fantasy 9 Attack only. So super busy, but yeah, lots of good content to come that I'm hoping you will all enjoy. So I'll see you guys in the 24/7 stream. If not, I'll see you for the next live stream in 2 weeks' time. Take care, everybody.